Oh, I see a Sephiroth on a little nightstand.
Oh,
Is that
Sephiroth?
I don't know what that sounded like. Fucking Bohemian. I see a Sephiroth on a little nightstand.
Jesus Christ!
How high
That's
are you,
fucking.
Gerry? Are you medicined
I'm-
up?
I'm not high, but I'm on.
I'm
I'm
on
on
drugs.
some.
Oh.
I'm on drugs. I'm on
Cocaine?
back pain meds.
What it do, everybody? My name is Aaron. I'm one of the founding members of the Baja Men,
And I'm Gerry, and I have a Denny's secret menu item named after me.
and you're listening to Superpod Saga. I could hold it for that. Holy shit! What would be in the Denny's secret menu besides just a plate of fucking eggs?
The Baja Blast omelet.
Oh, okay.
It's just an omelet covered in Baja Blast.
Ugh.
Whip it with some Baja Blast and a little bit of heavy cream.
I mean, this is kind of a running joke, but I've never had Baja Blast in my life.
I don't believe you.
And I only had
never
Mountain
had a
Dew like
Baja
2
Blast.
years ago.
No.
And I only had Mountain Dew the first time in my life like 2 years ago because Greg forced me.
You talk so much shit because I've never seen the ocean, but then you never had a fucking Baja Blast. There's Taco Bells everywhere. You fucking turn a corner, go.
They
walk down
turned
the
our
block, there's a
they shut
fucking
our Taco Bell down.
Go to a
Our
different
Taco
one.
Bell in town got shut down. Now it's
Go
just
to a
a
different
fucking
one.
regular ass KFC.
So many.
They
so
swapped it out for a KFC?
It was always there. It was part of KFC. It was like a fucking
Oh, it's one of those
Oh,
symbiote.
the
two-
fusion, the
yeah,
chicken
the
fusion.
fusions.
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
crap.
KFC and
Chicken
Taco Bell put the fusion
fusion.
earrings on, and they were like, "Ha!"
Like it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Hey, you're listening to Superpod Saga. That's right. This is the podcast. That's it. For any first-time listeners, this is the podcast where each
Buckle
week we
up.
discuss. Buckle your seatbelts. Where we
Buckle
discuss
your
Buckle up.
seatbelts.
Yeah. We discuss a different video game topic with different guests. Hang out, have fun, talk some video games and video games accessories. But before we do dive into that topic, listeners, if you enjoy the show, leave a rating or review on Spotify or whatever the heck else you listen to the show on. If you really enjoy the show, you can go check out superpodnetwork.com and check out the backlog of episodes, our blog, and all the other cool podcasts on there.
Yeah, it's like it's the equivalent of dropping a penny in our bucket.
Or doing communion at RC Church or whatever. I think. I
There you
don't know.
Throwing money in those gift baskets.
throw them an Arby's coupon. Like, there you go.
Gift baskets.
That's the gift that keeps on giving. But if you really enjoy the show, you can support the show either on Patreon for $2 or $4 a month, get early access, bonus episodes, all sorts of cool stuff, or just buy some Bones coffee with my link and my coupon code Superpod Saga. Yeah, all that stuff. But anyway, Gerry, what the hell are we talking about today?
I think we're talking about some obscure RPGs.
Yeah.
And so by definition, I think this means not like a hidden gem per se, but just RPGs that are kind of like maybe you haven't really heard of them. Maybe you have, but maybe it's an RPG that's like not really
Forgotten.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
good one. Forgotten
it's
RPGs.
just yeah,
Like a
it's just
step
kind of like
above hidden gem.
looked overlooked, I guess, and maybe a little bit of weirdness in there. Maybe it's not what you would consider a conventional RPG.
Like a cult classic, kind of something like that.
I would dare say a cult classic.
I love Colts.
Can it be a classic if it's obscure though? Like, isn't
Yeah.
obscure the definition be like it?
Well,
you
this is
don't
the
really
thing.
know about it.
Exactly. This was kind of the thing that I was struggling with when I was thinking about this, because I was like, is Undertale an obscure RPG? I don't think so, because
No.
everybody knows
No.
about Undertale.
No, mainstream.
So
Everybody knows
I
Undertale.
unfolded every little part of my brain and I dug pretty deep for this one, and kind of
With a
shallow at
screwdriver.
times. Yeah, just poked it in through my front eye, hit that frontal cortex, and just gave it a couple pokes.
Just
And
dink,
I was
dink.
able to really uncover some shit. And Aaron, I think you said that you got some stuff. But
yeah, I've got some real doozers, but
I mean, I was just complimenting Rob on that sick ass Sephiroth in the background there. That's standing on I've seen that Sephiroth, my friend. That is not a cheap Sephiroth.
It cost me a left nut. I have one right nut. That's all I have now. So
I
I'm
I
missing
seen
enough for that.
people posting that on fucking Marketplace, and I was like, "You want fucking how much for this?" And then I look at the retail price. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's
And are those amiibos on the second and third shelves? Which I'm pretty.
Yes, there is just the Legend of Zelda. It's the Ocarina of Time one, the Twilight Princess one, and the Majora's Mask one. I think.
Hell
So
yeah.
really
nice.
big.
And I think I see the legs of Optimus Prime.
Oh yeah, he's up. It's the
You're
it's the Lego
goddamn
one
right.
that
I recognize
transforms.
those legs anywhere.
Anyway. Yep. So little collection. Kelvin has a pretty cool collection too, but he's in a hotel in Wisconsin right now.
Oh,
Yep.
he's loving it
Little
though.
fucking
Sure he is, and he
bum fuck.
doesn't have a webcam on his laptop.
Wisconsin.
He doesn't.
Hey, welcome to the Midwest, Kelvin. Holy shit. Hey, I'm in Iowa, so you could like hop on down any
Wait,
fucking time.
You're in Iowa?
Yeah, dude.
I went to school there for 4 years. I went to Iowa State. So where in Iowa are you at? Oh, you're in. Yeah, where in Iowa are you at?
Dox
I'm-
him right now.
I'm 15.
Tell everybody.
I'm 15 minutes from Des Moines. In a town 15 minutes from Des Moines.
Oh, are you in Ames? Are you in Roland?
No,
Where are you?
I'm in. I'm just gonna
give
say
your address
I'm
while
in
you're at it.
Colfax,
Are we
man.
speaking the same language right now? Are you guys talking like drug talk?
I
You're
know-
like, are
no,
you
I
in
know
eight
the
or are
lay
you
of the
rolling?
land.
Are you rolling in the eights?
Jesus Christ, no, it's near Ames. Like Ames is like maybe 30 minutes or like 35 minutes or
Wow.
something. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Iowa has a special place in my heart.
Hell
Honestly,
yeah.
go
Let's
Cyclones.
go cycle. Let's introduce the guests finally. Holy shit, yeah, we got one Iowa man repping it. Old former Iowa man.
Former, yeah.
Former Iowa man, yeah. So yeah, we've got both Rob and Kelvin from the gaming duo. Hello, boys.
Hello.
I'm doing like gang signs so you guys can see me, and I obviously I don't have a
You
webcam.
just look like you're having a.
I'm just having a blast, but no one can fucking see me. So.
You could throw some
Except for that
emojis
room
in the
service
chat,
lady.
I think.
That's true. Yeah, you could do that.
Oh, wait.
I can?
Oh wait,
Mhm.
it doesn't have emojis. Oh, it's stupid.
You can take a picture
I'm
and
gonna
post it.
I'm gonna do colon, smile, colon. It does not work. Never mind.
That's
Damn
a
it.
work of art.
Fucking
It's
shameful.
okay.
How do I
Yeah, this is
unsub from
garbage.
Well, guys, yeah, go ahead and introduce. Go ahead if you need to take turns introducing yourselves and plug your show, where people can find it, your socials, and tell us all about your favorites. Maybe like your favorite. I don't know.
Cheese.
Favorite
'Cause
cheese. Okay.
Calvin's in Wisconsin.
Ooh, cheese.
So
Yeah, you're
he's
in Wisconsin.
surrounded by cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Calvin, you go first since you're a Wisconsin man today.
My favorite cheese? Provolone.
Ooh,
That's my
that's
favorite cheese.
fucking good.
Really?
That's my
Provolone.
favorite cheese.
That's
Yep.
weak.
Provolone's
Yep.
good.
I
What
don't
are
have
you
any
talking
special
about?
cheese.
It's a very plain cheese.
It's great. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with provolone. You can't be mad at provolone.
Yeah, but like compared to like a Gouda or
Hey, man,
brie
fucks
cheese,
with a
Some-
Gouda.
sometimes
I-
a motherfucker
Blue
doesn't
cheese.
want champagne. Sometimes like a cold glass of water
Exactly.
hits just right, and that's
Thank you. Thank you, Aaron.
Look, dude, if someone's
I
like,
get
hey,
you, dude. Provolone's
if every
good.
day I come home from work and someone's like, would you like a cold glass of water or champagne? I'm going to be like, give me that fucking bottle.
of what
Taking a
water?
sh- I'm
Of
t-
Evian? You-
Champagne.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
a
taking that-
champagne.
Yeah,
Moët.
champagne. I'm having that every day.
Yeah.
Jesus
well,
Christ.
yeah, I'm Kelvin from the Gaming Duel, and we have a podcast ourselves. We're also on YouTube where we talk about the gaming industry and what's going on within the gaming industry, and we just have a great time
We do. Very fun times.
sometimes. Yeah.
Most of the time. Like 97.5% of the time. We have a pretty good time.
Oh.
So.
Drama.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um,
Drama.
Rob, what's your favorite cheese?
You heard it here first, folks.
Ooh. So if we're going basic cheese,
You can do
Let me
whatever
see.
cheese you want.
blue cheese.
Blue cheese. All right.
Like some
There you
blue
go.
cheese.
That's
I
a
could always do
choice.
some blue cheese crumbles because you could dress up a salad real nice with some blue
Ooh,
cheese, get a little
yeah.
funk to it, you know?
Mm.
Well,
Dude,
funk.
blue cheese and ranch chicken
Bran-
wings.
you
are
say branch?
something. Branch.
Okay.
Okay, so chicken wings, what are you guys picking, ranch or blue cheese?
Blue cheese.
Ranch.
Smart. You're weird.
I know. I'm in Iowa, man. We do ranch
don't
on
like any of 'em,
everything. You were here.
No.
You should know.
No, I
You
wasn't
weren't here
there.
for
I
that.
wasn't
Just
there.
no.
Nope. You're wrong.
Oh shit!
Ranch
no.
is wrong.
You're gonna erase it from the recording.
Yeah. Not anymore now.
You can't take the Bronx out of Rob.
Nope. Can't
Oh,
do that.
man. Anything else you guys want to plug or talk about, or before we get to the old topic?
Yeah, Yeah, we do a podcast every 2 weeks, and typically it's just me and Kelvin. But we just went on a hiatus for a while. I think it was like 4 or 5 months, and then we finally came back, and we are like charged up and ready to go. So
Fuck yeah.
It's kind of nice. I took like a week and a half off.
I think so.
Because my back was fucked, and now I'm like, hell
Are you
yeah, I'm ready to
recharged?
get back. I'm
You
recharged. I'm fucking high on pills. I am ready to go.
Saddle again.
There it is.
That's good, man. Yeah, so I've been slamming this Rain, and I've been burping like a
Oh,
motherfucker.
Rain is good, dude.
Yeah, I got the sour
That's-
gummy worm
that's the
one 'cause
good
it sounded fucking tight.
Oh, you're gonna make me
Wait,
go
what
through
is that? Let me see.
withdrawal. It's an energy
It's
drink.
sour. All my camera sucks butt, but it's sour gummy
Oh,
worm.
I see.
Yeah, actually tastes like
RIGN.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Nave from like Gaming Together and the Elder Trolls. They've been on your show quite often. So I was like,
Yes.
hey, hell yeah, let's get these guys on. They're in the same old ass circle because yeah,
Ass circles are my favorite ass circles.
Ass
Oh, I
circle.
love these ass
Just sitting
circles,
around.
man.
Yep.
dude,
Mhm.
butt to butt to butt to butt.
Let's-
What's in the
make
middle
that-
of the circle of the ass circle?
Mm.
Is it
Rum
the- is it-
ham.
Rum ham.
Rum ham? I'm sorry, rum ham.
Getting ripped shit on ham. Oh man,
Oh,
Rob,
man.
please tell me you've seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, please.
I have seen it. I haven't watched every episode, but I appreciate the show, and it is every time I watch a show, it's fucking hilarious. So
Yeah.
I don't get the reference. I'm so sorry.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay,
Some
it's
more
okay.
milk steaks, sir?
Well, yeah, let's get down to this here topic then, shall we? It's we're talking about obscure JRPGs. My list is got quite a few doozies on here. I really scoured my brain, my collection, my Anbernic to find just the stupidest, weirdest shit. So yeah, not necessarily hidden gems, maybe like a step above that. So like shit that's just been kind of buried by, of course, popular games and hidden gems. Like, who wants to start us off? Just you guys going, or should I
Let
start?
the guest go. No, let the guest go. It's the
Rob,
guest.
you
the
got
guests
this.
are here.
You want me to go first for the
Yeah.
first game that's
The
obscure?
first game.
Oof.
I'm interested to hear your
Why are
thoughts.
you saying it like so angry? You're like, go, do it.
No,
You go
I'm
first.
I'm
Yeah,
just
fucking
curious
Rob,
to know
you
what
do
you got.
it.
You smack talk that provolone, dude.
Yeah, I did.
And my fucking my laptop.
Lack of
Well,
camera.
for it to be fair, your laptop should have a webcam. It should in
I
it.
mean, I guess.
If it's unless it's from 2001, then
you should write an angry email to the company and be like, I have not found it.
Dear ROG Asus ally, where the fuck is my webcam?
I've been writing you, but you still ain't calling.
That'd be the
Why are
fucking.
you emailing us now? You bought this 4 years ago. Like, I am addressing this today.
Please stop writing to my home address. You're just sending this to the president of ROG or whatever the fuck.
Mr. Bob Rogg himself.
Mr. ROG ally.
Oh,
Mr.
shit.
Asus.
Mr. Rogg, are you an ally or not?
Rob, what's your first game?
We're gonna go with it's a game from Atlas,
Oh,
digital-
yes.
Digital Devil Saga.
Mm.
My man, yeah, starting with the fucking Shin Megami Tensei game. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Fucking love
Very-
that
Well, hang on.
series.
What?
It's not quite Shin Megami Tensei.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It's a
It is.
spin-off.
Yeah.
Right, but that's what I mean. Like, it's not SMT, but it's its own
No,
thing.
it's
like
it's a different. Yeah, like
there's so many
what's
spin-offs of SMT, right? Like there's Persona and then Digital Devil Saga. I think there's like one more thing.
I
There's
don't
a
remember the one.
bunch. Devil
Maybe.
Survivor, fucking
That
Devil
one. Yeah.
Survivor.
Yeah, that's
Soul,
probably the
Devil
one I was thinking.
Summoner, Soul Hackers.
Nocturne, is that Shin Megami Tensei?
Yes,
Yeah,
Like
that's
SMT,
Shin Megami
yeah.
Tensei 3.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Rob, I have a question already. I have
Jesus.
never played one of these Digital Devil Sagas. Please tell me what's a highlight of this thing?
So it's just like any other of the Shin Megami Tensei that you've played. So you're not missing much. But the one cool thing, their gimmick, I would say, is that each of your characters have a devil form that you transform into. You have a human form and devil form. And the way that you power up your character is you devour the enemies. And it's literally an attack called Devour. And you gain like abilities, and that's how
cool
you
as fuck.
It's very cool. It's so cool.
As fuck.
Yeah.
I love Vor. Listeners, look it up.
4?
Rob, what's the one that you played?
VORE. Look it up. Google it.
Vor. Okay. Kelv, what were you saying?
I was just asking, what was the game that you played a lot back in the day that you were really into?
Digital Devil Saga.
Which
Love it.
one, motherfucker?
One.
Oh, the first one?
The first one. There's 2 of them, but
is that on
one.
Super Nintendo or?
It's on PS2.
It was a PS2 game. Holy shit!
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you're thinking of what came, because back in the day it was Megami Tensei, like Digital Devil Story. Digital Devil Saga is totally different. That's there's 2 games on PS2.
Because I thought there was some of these on Super Nintendo, but
You're thinking of like before Shin Megami Tensei. Okay.
Yeah. So
Are you looking up Vor right now?
yeah, Vor. It's VOR.
VORE.
Or
Oh man.
game. Just type in Vor
No,
game.
it's a fetish.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I already see it. Top NSFW games tagged Vor.
I
We're
must,
live?
I must also see
You
this.
just Google Vor. Here, it's basically like a.
Oh no, I already clicked it. I don't like it. Yep, I'm already out. I'm out.
What is
I'm out.
happening here?
Yep.
Let me
I
read
already-
let me read this for you. Vorophilia is a fetish involving being eaten or by eating someone or something. Wasn't there like a thing in Germany where that dude posted on like Craigslist and was like, I would like someone to eat me. And then a dude was like, I'll do it. And he did.
Jesus Christ! You get anything on Craigslist, bro.
To be fair, is it considered murder at that point? The person asked.
Here's the thing. I guess this dude, I think he was put in prison for a bit because they were like, we can't just let you eat a guy and like not do anything. Just be like, well, he said it was okay. Like,
He's got consent.
I had written
He's got
permission on the
He's got written
internet.
consent.
Yeah, I guess they didn't give a fuck about that. They were like, yeah, you still ate a dude.
That's true. There's 2 crazy, not just one crazy. The person was like, yeah, I'll eat a guy. Sure. That sounds reasonable. Yeah, sure. I've been waiting for this
honey,
the rest of
I'm gonna run
This is
out
my
for a bit.
moment.
I'm feeling a little peckish.
I don't have anything better to
This is
do
my
today.
moment.
Fuck it, I'll eat a guy. Rob, what's Digital Devil Saga like again?
Well, you eat people, you eat guys, you eat demons. So there you go.
Oh man, Craigslist, here I come.
Right. But yeah, it was just like, I think it was the first Shin Megami Tensei game I've ever played, so that was kind of my intro to it. I didn't know that like the different enemies carried over to the same, like all the games, like they're all the same enemies, basically all the designs. You know, like what's his name, Jack Frost, I think his name.
Yeah, and
all them.
Jack-o'-lantern and all that.
Jack-o'-lantern. So that was kind of my first dive, and then once I played that, I never played 2, unfortunately. Like I only got through 1, but I'm like, I remember the story being like kind of okay. But when that was the first game that came to mind when you said obscure RPGs, because I'm like, this is a game that people know about, but no one played it. Like no one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
great fucking pick.
Like,
I love the Shin Megami Tensei series. I've got every
Dude,
single one
Shin
on
Megami
DS and
Tensei
3DS, and
it's pretty much just like goth kid Pokemon.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it, honestly. Like
And
more,
like I was a goth kid growing up, so like
you'd love
I'm
Shin
all
Megami
about it.
Tensei, Jer Bear.
yeah.
I fucking yep. That was my goth name, by the way, growing up.
Jer Bear?
Hell yeah.
I'm actually probably going to go download Digital Delta 2. I'm going to go get it somehow.
Yes. Have
Do
you
it.
have you
Do it,
played
man.
Nocturne then? Since you brought it up earlier.
I have not played.
I
Is that
heard
the one where you
Nocturne
could?
is really good.
Dante's in it, right? From Devil May Cry. In one
Only
of the
on
version?
the only. Oh,
What?
maybe it is on
Wait,
the
what?
remaster. They had so yeah, Nocturne, which is Shin Megami Tensei 3, was on PS2, and yeah, it had this weird fucking crossover with Devil May Cry, where yeah, you could fight Dante as a boss and then recruit him as a demon or something.
No way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
You're lying.
no, it's a real thing, dude.
You tell lies.
But yeah, 3 is good. Nocturne is on, I think, everything now because they remastered it. And then 5 if you're gonna play 5, get Vengeance because they oh god, it's so much better.
Yeah,
Vengeance.
I heard 5
Vengeance is good. They just released like a
They did the
not
PC
yeah.
release of it recently because
Yeah.
I tried that on a Switch and I was like, I don't know if I can get behind this frame rate. I
Oh,
feel like
it's
I want this.
it's bad.
It's not great.
it's not
Okay.
it's not terrible. I got
That's nice.
I got Vengeance, which Vengeance is like the version they just recently put out, which adds a lot more story, more bosses, more demons, more quality of life fixes. Like you can save anywhere. Thank fuck. Then I got on Series X, and it's good.
So on Nocturne, you recruit the demons to fight with you, right?
Yeah,
Is that how that works? Okay.
Yeah, you talk to them and and you make bargains with them and just give them all your fucking money.
Okay.
So I'm seeing a 1999 version. Is there a remastered version you said,
Of
Nocturne?
or
Yep.
is this a completely different game?
It's the same game. They just kind of like they remade it.
Yeah, Shin Megami. Fuck, I'm just gonna say Nocturne. That name is fucking me up. Nocturne. Yeah, they did a remaster for sure Switch and PlayStation. I think it's on Xbox as well. Let me look it up.
Oh, I just wrote Nocturne, and it was a completely different game. Never mind.
Oh shit.
there is a different game called just Nocturne. I think
yeah,
it's a
that's
scary
what I was
game.
like. Wait, what is it? Okay.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
SMT Nocturne, and that should
Got
find it for you. Oh, the remaster's only on Switch, PS4, and Windows.
There you go. So if it's on PS4, you can play on PS5.
Yeah.
That's true.
There you go. See, you can play it. Very good, very good, very good.
Very good. Solid fucking
Problem
pick,
solved.
man.
Yep, that is a good.
Can we pick who gets to go next? Like after?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
it.
I
Let's
like
do
that.
It, man.
I like that. I like that. You
Let's
do it.
go with J-Spot.
Jeez, Spot.
Fuck.
You spoke last. I was like, I'm gonna pick you.
So this is something that I just kind of not discovered. I knew about this game for a bit, but I didn't realize that it came out until like a few weeks ago. I wanted to play this game for so long, mostly because I'm always looking for games that remind me of Earthbound. Because even though
Okay.
Earthbound is like this, like everybody likes Earthbound to some capacity. Whether it's you like the look of Earthbound, you like the humor of Earthbound. It's
The
just
sound
like
of it.
if you like RPGs, you like Earthbound at some
Right.
capacity. And it's like kind of been one of those things where like the only thing that's even come close to Earthbound for me was Undertale, because like obviously that was a big influence. But even
know where this is
Undertale was
going.
like Undertale wasn't really hitting it for me for Earthbound. But this game, Knuckle Sandwich, if you have not heard of Knuckle Sandwich, God damn it, look this shit up. This came out like kind of a soft release, I think 2023, because I just recently was like, what the fuck? When did this come out? So I got it. What are you laughing at?
It looks so bad.
I'm just looking at the screenshots on Steam, and there's dudes like beating dogs with bats, and you're like making sandwiches and shit.
Of the game?
Yeah, on Steam.
I have not gotten that far.
Oh, I could see why you're saying like it looks like that, because it kind of does look like that. It gives me that vibe 100%. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is kind of like, in a weird way, like because remember how like in Undertale, if you haven't played Undertale, essentially you could do a passive playthrough of Undertale where you don't actually fight anything, because it's kind of like almost like little games that you play like in like your fight box where like you can talk people out of fighting and stuff like that. It's kind of like a weird way to play an RPG, but it was really cool. Knuckle Sandwich is kind of like that, where like there's mini games for some of the fights. Sometimes it turns into like a full-on like turn-based battle, but then sometimes it's like you're playing like a shmup, and then sometimes like you're playing like a fucking rhythm game. Like it's all over the place, but it is really good, and the humor is like spot on. It's really good.
Do you?
I'm definitely seeing a lot of, like you said, mini games, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it has a pretty high score or solid review on Steam too. So it looks interesting for sure.
I would definitely recommend anybody that's looking for something that's kind of like, again, an obscure game that I haven't heard anybody really talking about this game.
No,
And
first time ever.
I was anticipating it when they announced, like I seen like a fucking little clip of this at like some Summer Games Fest or Nintendo Direct or some shit, and I was like, oh, I want that shit. That looks fucking cool. And I put it on my Steam wish list and I forgot about it. And then recently I was like going through my wish list and I was like, wait, what the fuck? When did this come out? And I guess it came out sometime in 2023. It must have been late 2023.
Yeah,
but I
November.
just started playing it like a couple of weeks ago. And so
Ooh.
far, so good.
Oh man, I just saw. So I just found this article from Kotaku where it's like Knuckle Sandwich is an RPG that's like Earthbound meets WarioWare, and I've never been more
Dude.
into that in my entire life.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, like, this is the definition of an obscure fucking RPG.
Yep, never heard of it. Passes the
Yeah.
test.
You're 100% right.
I
That's gonna
choose
be like-
Kelvin.
All right, Kelvin, what you got for us?
All right, so I never really played this game, but this was one of these games where I would see it and I'm like, damn, this looks really fucking cool. It's Residents of Fate,
Oh yes,
Oh, yeah.
and
Same. I also
not sure
didn't
why
play
I've never played it because it looked rad. It was from the guys. It was published by Sega, but it was from the guys that make Star Ocean, which is another game that I adore. But
fuck yeah.
Residents of Fate was basically one of those games where it had a different direction instead of your typical RPGs, right? It kind of revolved around more of like like steampunk, but also like robots and mechanical and stuff like that, instead of like the magic and stuff like that. Like this was actually a pretty cool game because it was trying to change what RPGs played like in that era, right? But the only issue is, I guess for some reason, they decided to release this game when Mass Effect 2 came out, God of War 3 came out, Bayonetta, Bioshock 2, and Final Fantasy
fuck,
13
man.
all in
Yeah.
the same month.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
So it just got washed, which is pretty much why I don't think any of us played it or maybe heard of it. But it had some really cool combat designs. Like I think the art style was what really brought it back as well, because it was very like washed out. It had like these like gray, brown, red palettes that it just really wasn't very vibrant for like an RPG, right? For to like 2010.
Yeah.
So it's one of those where like it could have been like a hidden gem sort of if it actually had the time of day, but no one really played it, so it just kind
That's
of got
true.
like pushed to the back.
Swept-
But
yeah.
that was one of those games where I'm like, every time I did see it in like a article or like in a video or something, I'm like, oh, that looks really cool. But just never got around to play it.
There's a lot of
Dude.
like gunplay in that, right? Like guns are a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
so
combat
I
is
think
fucking awesome.
that
man.
was what was really changing the RPG style of it, right? Because the combat was definitely different. It was kind of taking a more like systemic like strategic approach with the gunplay as opposed to like magic and all this other cool shit. But yeah, that was the and I heard too that it was very difficult to like get into. So they didn't do a good job at like teaching you. Like the tutorial was very like kind of loose in that aspect, where you would have to like find tutorials instead of like it giving it to you like in the beginning, which kind of like pushed people away, and it just made it really hard to like understand the system. But I want to give it a shot. I wish it like re-released or something, and I don't know, maybe in today's era, but it's one of those games where you got to go back to like the PS3 era to play it.
I think they did a remaster of it for PS4 and Windows actually.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right. You could buy for $35 on Steam, 4K version HD.
I played this game a little bit, but yeah, of course, like everybody else, I got turned off at the moment because other shit was coming out, and it's a lot like a strategy game meets a turn-based RPG, kind of like
So does it have like an active battle system? Like, is it
kind of so like on each
It's kind of a mix of everything, yeah.
yeah on
It's like a
each,
hybrid.
you can like on each character's turn, you'll basically like draw a line to where you want them to go. Basically, think like Fire Emblem or fucking like any other tactics game where you like pick where you want your character to go, and then they'll go, and then along the way you can choose to shoot at enemies. But you only have a certain number of action points to be able to do shit. Yeah, it's complicated as shit, but it's cool.
It looks complicated. I just watched like a mini video of it, and it had like strategy RPG like hybrid. It's very weird, and I could see like if you didn't really vibe with it like right away, you're like, I'm not gonna play this game with everything else coming out at the time. Like I could see why it got.
Isn't it crazy how like a release date could send a game into obscurity?
100%.
Yep.
It's like they picked the wrong fucking. It's like, no, you fucked up. You picked
Rob-
June 14th. Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Whoever decided, yeah, this is the date right here. Yep. Again, God of War 3, Mass Effect 2, Bayonetta, BioShock 2, Final Fantasy 13, all within the same month?
Idiot.
Come on, man. Come on.
I still say, if you want your game to perform well, release it in fucking August. Because guess what? Guess what comes out in August?
Nothing.
Fucking nothing ever comes out in August. But now I feel like game companies are finally starting to get it because we got a fucking shit ton of games coming out this month. Fucking Visions of Mana is this month.
Wukong.
And Wukong, isn't that like this week?
The 20th.
Oh, yeah. The 20th.
Yeah.
God
so
damn,
like
dude.
2 pretty big fucking games coming out this month. And
A good month, too, is January.
January's a great month to release
January
games.
is a good month, yeah, because especially like everybody's getting that fucking aunt and uncle fucking Christmas bonus in your stockings.
They got money. They got gift cards.
Grandma's
They're
sliding
getting
you a
fucking
20.
gift cards.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Granny will slide you a nice solid 50.
Nice sludgy 50.
Nice crisp wet 50.
Ew. No. Grandma, no.
Crisp and wet, dude. That's why. Kelvin, can I go next?
You got it. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. Okay. My first one is it's a pretty recent one. It's Blue Reflection Second Light.
The fuck?
Yeah,
What?
man.
Say again?
Blue Reflection Second Light.
One more time.
On PS4, Windows, and Switch. And it's basically how the
That is the most anime ass name I've ever
What
heard.
the?
in my
Already,
life.
you click on the picture and you'll
This
see.
is the
yeah,
most anime ass game I've ever seen. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Doki
man.
Doki Literature Club? Is that what this is?
No, it's not a visual novel at all. It's an RPG, hence why it's in this episode. So it's so basically these 4, I forget how many girls there are, but they're all basically plucked from real life into this like weird shadow world or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
And they take shelter in this abandoned school, which they have to go out and find materials basically to cook, to craft shit, to basically just to survive. Like they're just surviving in this school, fighting for their lives against monsters in this shadow world. And along the way, each of them discovers that they have these like different abilities when they fight against monsters. So when a battle starts, each character has like a different weapon. Like one character has a weird gun. The main character has a scythe. One character has like a hula hoop kind of thing. And
The hula hoop. Damn, gotta watch out.
yeah, dude. And then
Best be fucking around with this hula hoop.
And the combat is kind of fucking cool too. So like, it's a lot like Grandia 2 if anybody's ever played that, or Grandia 1 or whatever. It's got that timeline on the bottom, and like as time passes, there will be different notches on the timeline. After you pass a notch, they'll charge up like a certain amount of energy. And once they get to like when you pick a move, there's a certain amount of energy that you need to accumulate to be able to use that move. So you have to wait until that character charges up enough energy, or you can wait even longer and power it up even more, and then just unleash it on the enemy, and you can stun them, and it kind of like in like Shin Megami Tensei fashion, get like an extra turn. It's pretty fucking cool, man. Blue Reflection, it's probably on sale a lot. It's really cool.
Interesting.
Can I play this game on a plane ride with someone I don't know right next to me? Will I get judged?
Yes, you can. There is no like.
Yes, you will get judged.
There's no weird shit. It's just. I mean, I guess it depends on what your threshold is for humiliation. If you're like, no, I'm playing a game with schoolgirls, look away. Like, maybe don't. But
I
it's
learned
just
my threshold the last time I flew when I was trying to read Berserk on a flight.
Oh, I'd read that shit out in the open, man. I don't give a fuck.
It was not very fun to try to explain myself to the stewardess that came to be like, would you like a drink? And I was just like, no, I'm good. And then I realized what I was looking at.
Come back again, dude. Casca's like.
No, it was a woman that was straddling Guts' sword and thrusting.
Hell yeah, dude.
That'll do it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, how do I turn this Kindle off real fucking quick here? Couldn't even slam it shut.
They've seen worse. They've seen worse. That's all I'm going to say.
They probably have.
So Blue Reflection, yeah. Good game.
Yeah. All right. I will. I
How's-
mean,
Yes, sir.
9 out of 10 on
So-
Steam.
I'm just trying to figure out the gameplay side of things because, like, looking at it, I know you were saying like you kind of like attack enemies. I don't know. I'm not getting much from it from Steam right now, so I'm trying to watch a video and it's not really.
Yeah, so like as far as combat goes, there's just like think of it like as the ATB kind of shit in like Final Fantasies. You're basically just waiting for your time to attack, but yeah, like I said, certain moves need a certain amount of energy to accumulate before you can launch them. So you have to wait a little bit before you can attack. The same also goes for enemies as well too. But yeah, you can attack an enemy with like a certain type of move that they're weak against, and stun lock them essentially. And enemies can do the same thing to you. So it's a lot of risk and reward. And like each day in the game, basically you're going out with your party of gals and you're fighting enemies, getting resources for building new structures.
Is there like a dating sim mechanic?
So that was going to
Kind
be my
of.
question. So is there like a Sims side to this or no? Is it like kind of Persona or not really?
Yeah, it's more
Is
so
this just
Persona.
Honey Pop Persona?
No, there's no nudity in it at all. It's it's got a little bit of
fuck's sake.
Persona because like as you build your friendship with each character, they'll
Yeah.
unlock new abilities and get like permanent bonuses and shit like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Now I'm getting it. Okay. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Interesting. Okay.
You know what, Calvin? You can go next.
Fuck. You know what? You asked the
I'm
question.
just
You can go next.
Every
I
time
got
someone
this.
picks
All right.
us, we're like,
He's like, you talking smack about my game? All right. You go next side.
Provolone RPG.
No camera ass. All right. Let's see. What can I throw at you guys? Let's see.
Come on, I'm ready.
This game has a soft spot, and I think Rob knows what it is, but
Honey Pop.
no.
Sorry.
So this game came out in the PS2 era. It's called Legaia 2.
The sequel to Legend of Legaia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. He know. Oh, is it
Oh,
that
there you
obscure
go.
then?
So
I
maybe
don't
it
know.
isn't.
No,
Maybe
it is
isn't.
obscure. It is obscure. He's
So,
right.
game-
I'm a freak for this shit.
Back in the day, and I'm sure you guys can relate, right? We would go to like GameSpot or GameStop and we don't know what the fuck we're buying. We're just like,
Yeah.
oh, mom's gonna give us, $40 or whatever to buy a game. So this is like our time. We trade like 6 games and we get like one shitty ass game, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking at the catalog there and you're like, oh, this game looks cool. You're just basing it solely based off of the
Cover.
art in front, right? The cover.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Legaia 2 grabbed my attention for whatever reason. And it's one of those shitty games that to you, it's like the best thing ever, right? Like it probably didn't even rate well. I think Metacritic was like at a 70, which is not bad. But this game, it was just one of those games where like, holy shit, like this is an awesome fucking game. And in hindsight, it really wasn't. But it was interesting because
It's obscure,
it's
not
pretty
good.
bad. Like, well, mostly like art direction was fine, but just the conversations between the players were just like terrible. Like it had some pretty bad moments, but I think the combat system made it kind of interesting as well because it had that direction. It reminded me of like Street Fighter sort of, where like you can put in your inputs and it'll save your inputs afterwards. So if you do like left, right, left, triangle or something, and then you can actually like
learn
create your
combos and
own attack or something, right? And you learn your attacks as you keep doing them by experimenting. And that was kind of the cool side of it. And then I think that was like the first game that I've ever played that you can create weapons, armor, and like I think you had like a camp system. Like those were the first times you can like cook and stuff. And for me, that was like, oh shit, like that's really cool. I think the battle system was what really got me, and it was one of those interesting like mechanics that you can kind of try, like trial and error, and just decide how you want to play it. But this was the game that I was like looking into, like game facts, trying to figure out how to get past this like puzzle or something. Like this was the one that I was like really try to get into a lot. So Legaia 2, man, it holds a special place in my heart.
I had no
I'm with
idea Legend of Legaia got a fucking sequel, man.
There you go.
You've exploded my brain.
There you go.
Fuck yeah. That's wild as shit, dude. Okay.
It kind of paved the way for like the way that you have like there's like little personas that come behind you. like they're like your
Yeah.
alter ego. Oh, by the way, shout out to you guys for the JoJo intro music. By the way,
Oh, yeah.
I caught that. I was just like, these guys know what's up. But it's kind of like a familiar behind you that like pops up, and they have like special abilities to make you stronger. So it kind of
That's
reminds me of
fucking
that.
cool.
So yeah, it was definitely a game that was probably decent at the time, but obviously has not aged well at
No,
all. Like
no.
not even
Yeah.
close. So
It'd be cool to see something else with that battle system though, because I can't think of, and that I feel like that's something that sticks out for me is when I find like an obscure RPG with like a battle system that's kind of odd. Like that's
Yeah.
why I picked Knuckle Sandwich, because like what other fucking game other than like Undertale has anything remotely close to having like mini games for their fucking battles and shit. Like it's
Right.
it's such a weird thing, and I think Legaia is such a cool pick because I also remember I didn't play Legaia 2, but I played The Legend of Legaia on PS1. I think I actually owned it. I think I picked it up in like a fucking bargain bin at a Kmart or something one time. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll fucking buy this. It was that and Suikoden, both of those at
Oh
the
my
same time.
God.
just on a
And I
whim.
remember-
Yeah,
And
dude.
I remember just being like, popping in Legend of Legaia and being like, this is pretty fucking cool, man. And my friend was there, and he was like sleeping over that night and stuff. He was like, man, let's pop in that other one. I was like, yeah, it's getting kind of late though. Like, do we want to pop this one in? And we popped in fucking Suikoden, and I was like, oh, this is good. This is real good. And it was pretty much just like Legaia in the garbage.
I did not expect that.
It's so good. Oh shit.
But it's
I
true. Like when
fuck
you
this
when you
game.
went to the store, you got a game. You're like, oh shit, like this is good. Like you
Yeah.
felt proud of yourself for like getting something that was actually.
I thought
pretty fucking
Suikoden was
cool.
going to be the shittier one because the cover
Right,
of
right.
Suikoden has like real people on it. Like it's
Yeah,
almost like
what?
real pictures of people. Like it's such a shit cover for the first Suikoden. And then like, yeah, Legend of Legaia looked fucking badass. And I was like,
Yep.
that's the
Yeah.
one.
And
But it is a
It
good
does
game.
look like a piece of shit. What the
I
fuck?
told you, dude. Suikoden 1 is
It's-
such a shit tier fucking.
looks like those gold
art.
box like Dungeons and Dragons game,
It's
dude.
like a fucking Hallmark film trying to make a RPG or something.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's not their best.
Dude,
not their best
I
work.
remember
Yeah.
Rob and I we were sleeping over too, and we were finishing the final boss in Legaia 2. We stood up all night. I think you fell asleep, Rob, but
Probably.
and we finally beat the guy, whoever, I forget his name, but it just like it took us forever to beat that guy. We died literally hundreds of times for whatever reason, and we
Damn.
finally beat that guy.
Since
So,
like 4 a.m. as a little like 9-year-old or whenever the
Dude,
this
I
game
love a
came
good,
out.
I love a good like memory of a sleepover where it's like you stayed up all night trying to fucking beat one goddamn boss. I have like a few of those.
it's great.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Speaking of Rob, you're next.
Oh, me.
Memory.
I don't know if this one is like as obscure as the other ones, but I think it's pretty obscure because I don't know I don't know personally a lot of people have played this game, but there are a lot of people who play this game. Also came out in the PS2 era. We're going to go with Shadow Hearts Covenant.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I love that for the timed hits. There's not enough timed hits in the world.
Yep. Exactly. See, you know your shit. You know your shit, Chase Spot. You know. Yep, exactly. And that was piggybacking off of Kelvin with Legaia with the inputs. No other game had like, you know, just like if you wanted to hit someone, you had to time them exactly right. And if you hit like a little tiny sliver, it like it's a
That was
critical hit.
hard turn-based, or that was a hard like timed hits system too. Like Mario RPG was fucking forgiving, but
Yeah.
like holy shit, that game though,
Mhm.
that was some precision because it was
Well,
like a
what
fucking
was-
needle.
What was nice about that game is it actually had really great accessibility options where like if you wanted to make the game easier, you could make the spaces bigger, right? You could do like one hit and then it's
You
just like this
can?
one giant. Yeah, you can.
Oh,
you can
that's
make,
interesting.
I
I didn't
punished
know that.
myself for no reason then.
yeah. He's like on the hardest one. We're like this tiny.
Can I get a little monocle up to the screen?
Yeah.
I say it's 12 o'clock and it's time for a timed hit.
It's time for
But not even just the combat, but just like the characters were absolutely incredible. The story was amazing. There's not a lot, you know how like RPGs, there's there's so much fluff when it comes to story, and everything takes forever to get started. From the jump, this game is just
This
like
game's,
action.
fucked up, right? Like it's
It's
yeah.
weird. It's got a weird like ending. It's like a bunch of time shit. It's fucking weird as shit.
I've only ever played the first game, and that one was fucking like nutballs right away at the beginning with like the train and shit.
Yeah. The first one I would say is weirder than the second one for sure.
Is there 3 of these, or is it 2?
There's 3 New World, but New World wasn't as like as well received as the other 2. That's kind of like when the series went to go die because they moved everything to America and we kill everything. So that's probably why it's.
We just can't help it. It's like, oh, look at this nice new thing. What
Oh,
happened?
boy, here I
we
go
killed
killing
it.
again.
It died. We killed it. He's just holding this dead thing.
But I just have a thing for games where you get to transform into like different creatures and stuff where the main character, Gerry, he can turn into different elemental creatures, and like there's a fire, and you could evolve them like Pokemon. Like they have like 3 different stages.
What the fuck?
It was just absolutely so cool, and they have all these different cool animations. And then you had a vampire who was like a wrestler, and he had like a big locker that he would bash people with.
A locker?
Yeah, it was such a kooky game. You have a guy named Geppetto. Remember Geppetto Kelv? The puppeteer?
Yes.
Yeah. He had a little doll that he would use.
What the fuck, dude? That's cool. That's so cool.
He had a chick that would throw like tarot cards, and there was like an RNG element to her and stuff like that. It was really, really freaking cool. I recommend. I want to say Midway. It was Midway who developed it.
Midway?
Oh, rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Midway for sure.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Midway developed it, or did they
wait,
publish
developed by Nautilus. It was published by Midway.
It was published by Midway. Yeah, it was published by Midway.
Nautilus.
Yeah, I don't even know who.
Oh yeah, they did Kudelka. They did Facile on the
because isn't
Neo Geo Pocket
Kudelka
Color.
is like the prequel to all the shit in this.
Yeah, that was a PS1 game, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Never played that one, but yeah, that one holds a special place in my heart. It's just that whole series.
It's
Good
definitely on my
fucking pick.
backlist of it's on my backlist of stuff. I've only ever like thrown it on, but like I've never actually sat down and been like, okay, I'm gonna play through this now, and I've been wanting to.
It aged very gracefully. I will say that. Like you can pick it up and it's very playable. So
hell yeah,
another fucking. Why? Well, I guess they probably can't remaster it now because Midway is super dead. But man, I would love to see at least like the first 2 games brought to modern consoles. Man, god damn it, that'd be so fucking cool because they're expensive as shit now. Super expensive.
$80, I think, to purchase it. I think, or something on eBay.
Or you can go to CD Romance and you can get it
That's
there.
true. That's how I do.
Our boy Vim, go get on Vim's lair.
Yeah, I got that PS2 with that fat hard drive thrown in there. I got all the games.
PS2 with the fat hard drive.
I got the Bert Kreischer PS2, and
you got Bert Kreischer like shirtless, like on this big sticker or like a skin on your PS2. He's just smoking meth out of a fucking broken light bulb,
drinking Kool-Aid.
Yeah, dude.
A liter of it.
Yeah, exactly. Did you watch it, guys? Did you watch that podcast episode of the 2 of them with what's his name, Tom Segura and
Tom and Bert? When he's like, "Is that fucking Kool-Aid?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's Kool-Aid." And there's like it's like a Bubba, like a giant jug of it. And he's like, "Is that all Kool-Aid?" And he's like, "Yeah, I have one of these like every day." And he's like,
Jesus
"You drink
Christ.
like 3 liters of Kool-Aid a day?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's fine. It's just water." And he's like, "No, it's not."
So is he just drinking a sugarless where it's like tangy? And
Oh yeah,
sour?
Tom was like, "Dude, this is bad. You know that, right? Like you're drinking like a fucking gallon of Kool-Aid a day." And he's like, "I'm fucking healthy."
this is Kool-Aid. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you know, Kool-Aid is just sugar water. That's all it is, just sugar.
Dude, yeah, you put as much fucking sugar as you want in that shit. Jesus Christ. Who's going next?
Aaron, you're going next.
Sweet, man. Okay. I got 3. Fuck it. Have any of you played Arcana on the SNES?
No, I have not played
developed by
Arcana.
Hal.
Going way back. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, Hal
Yeah.
made that,
Dude,
which is
okay.
weird for Hal.
Yeah. So I love me a good first-person dungeon crawler. And Arcana is like, it's fucking slow, but
Whoa.
it's pretty cool. Yeah, so like the enemies and your teammates, they're all represented by cards. And it's just like pretty much any dungeon crawler, man. You get your main character Rook or whatever. He's just your sword master, sword fighter boy. Tifa, she's just a healer and buffer. You get other characters later on too, but there's that one slot in your top right that's constantly like rotating between different elementals. Like you start off with a wind one, and then it'll go to earth after a while, then fire, and then what did I leave out? Water. And you're just going through dungeons, trying to find the boss at the end. But yeah, along the way you're fighting enemies. You pick up chests and all that shit. It's kind of a pain in the ass at times, because like even when you're just kind of when you're not even like moving a space or anything, if you're just kind of turning to the left just to like look at the walls or like anything around you, you can get into a battle, which is fucking annoying. And there's no way to just like move backward without completely turning around. So when you're turning in like two fucking directions, you might get attacked and go into a battle. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty cool. The graphics are awesome. The music is pretty cool. Everything just looks sweet, and it's most of the time fun to play.
It actually looks really cool. Like for the time, like it actually looks like a really sick game. And I vaguely remember like looking at the art for it and some videos. I vaguely remember it as a kid seeing that.
The box art is so fucking. In the US, the box art is just. It's stupid.
Just like card sword,
card sword.
But the Super Famicom art, though, holy shit, that shit's pretty
Holy
cool.
shit, that is cool.
Yep.
Anime as fuck.
But yeah, also very strange for HAL, right? Like HAL Laboratory made this, which is like, them for Kirby mostly.
Kirby and Smash Bros.
Kirby and Smash Bros. Like they did that. Like can't get much weirder than that. Or
the reason why they don't do that. They didn't do that much longer after that, right? Is there only one Arcana, or are there multiple?
I think there's just the one.
Aaron, why don't you pass the ball over to me? Pass the ball, bud. Throw the ball over this way.
Dribble. There you go. Good catch it.
I'm not doing that shit.
Okay.
So you were talking about Arcana. HAL Laboratory made this RPG. Like, what the fuck, HAL?
Earthbound.
What are you doing?
It's Earthbound, right?
Nope. On the Super Nintendo, HAL made not one. They made 2 RPGs. Their second RPG is called Alcahest, and it was like an action RPG, and it reminded me a lot of like Illusion of Gaia. I'll throw you guys a link to the Wikipedia thing here real quick if you don't have it already in the chat. But it's a pretty brisk
like the smiley face too.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah. And yeah. So hey, you guys like Iwata? R.I.P. Iwata from Nintendo. He was the producer of this game.
Oh fuck! I see that now. Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
Why does this look so cool?
Because it is cool. It's very cool, and it's like not a huge commitment either. It's I don't know, like not that long. Like if I check how long to beat Alcahest, it is 5.5 hours.
Oh
so
my
it's
god! That's a
day.
You said exactly. 5 hours. That's it.
5.5. That's like main 6 to 7
Easy
if
beat.
you want to like. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, when people are like, "Oh, well, that's 5 hours. That's not an RPG." Bullshit. It's not an RPG. It's got all the elements of an RPG. And if you don't believe me, then just reference back to the episode that we did with Quest 64 Mike. He'll tell you that pretty much fucking everything is an RPG.
Hit up our boy Mike. Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is an RPG.
It's an RPG.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like we had that conversation with someone
We did have
too.
the same exact conversation
with someone where I was like,
Yep.
"Is this an RPG?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Well, isn't everything an RPG?" I'm like, "Shut up."
I hate that fucking argument, dude. That's technically you played the role of fucking Eddie, but you played the fucking role of Mario. You played the
Did you guys ever play that RPG Frogger? Where you take on the role of a frog, just living his best life, just doing his best and trying to get across the road, and you level up by not dying.
Stupid. I hate that argument.
I almost got Rob to do a spit take.
Almost there.
Rob, are you okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
okay.
Gerry
I'm
almost
okay.
killed you.
I'm okay. No, it's good. I spilled enough beer
Our
on this
poor
desk.
dear friend Robert Zombie over here.
Oh God.
What are you drinking, Rob?
But yeah,
Lagunitas IPA.
hey,
Oh yeah.
Or Liguintas. I like to call it Liguintas because it's more fun than Liguinitas. Oh, what do you drink? Oh.
This shit.
Ooh. Death Wave. That's
Ooh,
lovely.
a light lager? Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not. This is just left over from the weekend. I am
It's
not
backwash.
drinking right now because I'm on
Backwash
pain
cigarette butts.
medication,
Yeah.
and that would not be fun.
Or would it be fun for a little
I would
while?
just be. I'd be down here like this the whole time, and every once in a while I'd be like, Alcahest.
Oh,
sleep.
God.
Next.
He'd be drooling a little bit.
Have we all done 2 so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
I done did too.
Then 2. Okay. Should we take an ad break?
Let's ask the producers. Producers, should we take an ad break?
They like shake the magic 8-ball. Go fuck yourself. Which means yes.
Take it away, Mike Walden.
We'll be right back. Let's take a minute to thank the real sponsors of Super Pod Saga, the real MVPs, the real stars of the show, the official superstars, I guess, the patrons. Each and every one of you is a superhero, and I really mean that. It means just the world to me. But yeah, thank you a lot. It's so cool, so awesome. Let's thank all of them. Let's go. A Novel Console, Jared Schrader, Jameson Empire, Adam Phineas, Trey, Adam Forrester, Jeff Miners, Jenny E, Kevin Demo, Thrack, Mr. Kwong, Matt aka Stormageddon. Every single one of you are just the best. I'm giving you a big, huge salute right now. You can't see it because I'm a dingus, but yeah, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the bonus content. If anybody out there listening to this wants to subscribe to the Patreon and get some cool bonus content, help out the show, help me, help Gerry, whoever, there's a link in the episode description, or just go to patreon.com/superpodsaga. It's all there. There's 2 tiers, $4 a month. All of you guys, thank you so much, and hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. If you're a fan of coffee and you're looking for something different, I think we've got just the thing for you. That's Bones Coffee. Bones Coffee is not your usual coffee company. Of course, it's all sugar-free, gluten-free, all that stuff, because it's just coffee, nothing added to it. But they roast each batch of coffee beans to your order, and they've got just a bazillion different flavors to choose from. They've got your usual French vanilla, salted caramel, they've got Irish cream, of course they've got decaf, single origin coffees like Kenya, Guatemala, stuff like that, even what they call high voltage, which is extra strength, extra caffeine. But they have all sorts of other awesome kind of out of the box flavors. They've got ones like cotton candy, maple bacon, and even mint chocolate chip ice cream. And they're always coming up with new crossover flavors, like they've done a bunch for Nightmare Before Christmas, Indiana Jones, even Spider-Man, of all things. And they're also coming up with new seasonal flavors all the time. If this sounds right up your alley, feel free to use the link in our episode description and use coupon code SUPERPODSAGA at checkout to get 20% off your order. That's SUPERPODSAGA at checkout to get 20% off your order. And if you're not just in the market for coffee, you can also get some sweet mugs. They've got lots of cool shirts. They've got all sorts of different brewing equipment like French presses, stuff like that. Just head on over to bonescoffee.com, or again, use the link in our episode description and get 20% off. Get yourself a new interesting flavor and spice up your morning routine with Bones Coffee. I really hope you enjoy. I'm a really big fan of it, and I hope you find one that really hooks you. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good one. Hey, Gerry.
Yes, Aaron.
When it comes to home security, how serious are you? Like, how secure is your home? I should ask.
Pretty fucking secure, Aaron. I
How
can
so?
see the pores on any invader's face.
what if I were to tell you the sponsor of this show could make your home even more secure? Introducing, I haven't come up with a name for them yet, but basically we've got they'll secure your home even more with little like Home Alone and like Saw traps all over your house. So if an invader even tries to step foot in your home, bam, trapdoor. They have to reach through like razor wire and barbed wire and nails and shit to reach a key in order to escape. It's borderline torture, but I mean, they should have come into your home.
It.
It's your home.
You shouldn't have come. You came to the wrong fucking town, bud.
The wrong side of my house. Rob's face is very
You're supposed to come in through the side door, but you came in through the front, and now you're gonna learn.
Have you guys ever listened all the way through an ad break on one of our episodes?
Yeah, yes. I'm trying to think of a name for this. This amazing security, state of the art security system that kills you essentially.
Maybe you can escape if you've seen Saw. There is a way to escape, but it's very slim.
It's very slim. Okay,
very
so you can
chance.
escape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a chance. There's still a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
Can you tell me the features about this the security system? I'm just going to call it the security system because it's the last one you'll ever need.
That sounds like that's a cool name.
Yeah, it is the THEEEE security system.
Yeah,
like Megan Thee Stallion.
No, fuck her. If she comes in, I'm fucking chaining her left foot to a goddamn pipe, and I'm gonna be like, figure it out, bitch.
Is it?
I don't know.
Is it her that does the ochre thing, or is that's Cardi B, right?
No, that's Cardi B.
Aren't they this? They're all the same fucking.
Who would you rather be trapped in that room with, Cardi B or with Megan Thee Stallion?
Well,
I feel like Megan Thee Stallion would be way quieter. Like she wouldn't talk as much.
She's already taken a bullet to the foot once, so I'm pretty sure she can get out of this.
Speaking of taking bullets to the foot, the home security system, yeah, you can set up one of those cool. It's like basically just a 2x4 strapped to your front door, but it'll have like a sawed-off shotgun, like right there. There's like a little peephole in your door.
But it doesn't shoot bullets, folks. We have to make sure that Aaron, remember they said we have to make sure we tell people this does not kill people immediately. It's
damn near kill him. That's the slogan. We'll damn near kill him.
Does the security system come with a medical kit that's somewhere far away, but they can still reach with it if they're lucky enough?
Absolutely. In a first, at the end of, we'll say the home, not traps. Sorry, the home security features. You'll see like an old timey like 1950s like aluminum first aid kit that. It can bear you have to like really pry it open with a screwdriver because it's really, really rusty, but there's a key in there. Anything they could ever need, like pair of pliers to dig not bullets, marbles, quarters, bullets, whatever, anything they might need to heal their wounds, they'll find it in there. But
they're non-fatal wounds, right?
Yes.
Aaron,
there we go. Yep, damn near kill him. Wrecked him, nearly killed him.
Yep.
Anyway,
speaking about rectums, the DLC comes with
stop with
basically
the DLC.
the DLC is just basically you turn your whole house into an escape room, and that's it. You're like, hey dudes, you want to come over to my place for a barbecue? Ha! You're fucking trapped. Now figure it out, bitches, and find the way out to the backyard, and you grill the steaks. And if they can't, then I guess they can die or something. I don't know.
You're like, hey there, Mr. Home Invader. Like, you got your hands up because he's got like a fucking gun pointed at you. Like, bro, my wallet is literally like in that room. If you go through that big oak door, my wallet is in there and you can have it. And you just kind of lead him over there, open the door for him, and then shove him in and close the door real fast and close it. You're like, haha, now you got to solve a series of very deep, intricate puzzles in order to escape. And if you don't, it's not
and
me.
your only hint is written on the wall,
house.
and it just says, Steve is suffering.
Jesus Christ.
No! Home Invader suffering.
Did you tell them about the exclusive package where if you love the original Resident Evil movie where they're in the room where there's a bunch of laser beams, and these laser beams are not lethal. They're not lethal at all. Not even a little bit.
They might singe your skin and maybe a little bit of your body hair, but they won't kill you.
They definitely will not chop you in half.
Sorry,
100% will not do that.
Go ahead, Rob.
Is it 100% guaranteed that they will not chop you in half? Because, I mean, I'm kind of on the fence of purchasing this thing because you guys are doing such a great job with,
Yes,
no,
Rob, it's 100%.
99.99% chance that they will not.
They won't die.
Got it.
It's just like how those fucking hand sanitizers will be like, oh, we killed 99.99% of germs, but it's like, okay, so one could definitely slip past the fucking Johnson & Johnson goalie. No, I'm not
And then to
taking
that
fucking
argument,
chance.
you just start playing 99 Red Balloons, and you're like, look, all right, you can't argue with the
Yeah.
song 99 Red Balloons. It's a 99% chance.
There you go.
Beep 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 beep. That's just in. There's if you call now, if you order now, there's a free gift they'll throw in as well too. It's the oh fuck, what am I trying to it's a butterfly knife. I was trying to think of like a funny way to go around it, but it's a butterfly knife. So if you can be like,
So
hey,
it's,
they're
a,
home
it's a
invader.
knife shaped like a butterfly, right?
Yeah, yep, exactly. Hey, there was home invader. Check out this butterfly, and then you just get him in the kidney real fast.
The kidney.
What is this? Hello? I got Analog Pocket on the phone. Apparently, they're gonna make their own DLC where you just invite people over and you price gouge them until they die. And
oh my god!
you trap them in your house and you're just like,
So
just
it's
keep giving me money,
extortion
bro.
now.
Yeah, it's just
How long is the subscription term for? Because I'm sure you have to pay for a subscription because they're going to go up against Ring. So like,
they break into your home, try to take your money, and you trap them, and you're like, "Give me all your fucking money, and I'll let you go." You're just making a profit off of a home invasion.
oh my
Sad.
Okay,
Thanks for
Called it.
sponsoring us.
the home secured occur. I don't know. I refuse to do the tongue roll. Thanks Cardi B for sponsoring this episode.
You have my money.
Skirt.
Hey, we're back. Jerry, we're back.
We're sure.
Who went last? Was it Jerry?
It was me with
was Jerry.
Outcast.
Okay, pick.
Rob.
this is a game that's a little more recent. I personally have never played it, but it always looked really badass. But I heard the game was ass. It was for PS3. It was I believe it was close to when PS3 first came out. White Knight
No way!
Chronicles.
Are you serious?
White
That's
Knight
a level
Chronicles.
5 game. They're
I
they
have
what?
the same
Level
one.
5
It's so
usually.
funny.
Yep, that's a level
Yep.
5 game.
That's holy shit.
Tell me that game doesn't look super badass.
It
That
does.
cover looks really fucking cool. I'm looking at the
It's basically
combat.
like
This dude's fighting a
Knight
fucking
mechs.
bear.
I've always
Came out
wanted
in
to fight a
December 25th. Came out on Christmas. This game came out on
bear.
Christmas.
Day.
In Japan.
2008.
But it came out later in the US.
Okay.
Here's
But-
the thing though. That game, I remember watching it like during an E3 press conference, and it looked so fucking cool. I think it was like one of the games that were showcased for the PS3.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my god, this game looks fucking like this is next gen. We're here. We made it. We fucking did it. Like
We did
but-
it, boys.
we did it, boys. And it just completely flopped. Go ahead, Rob. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, if you YouTube this game, right, if you type in White Knight Chronicles on YouTube, the first 3 hits of this game is, what the hell happened to White Knight Chronicles? That is the 3 YouTube videos you get for the titles. So,
God damn.
the game just, again, looked so great, but it got a 5.1 out of 10 on IGN at the time, and I can
remember
kind of
this.
see why, because the character models look absolutely horrible.
So
Oh
here's a funny thing though. Recently I've kind of like been on this journey to create the ultimate setup where I have like each console loaded up with all the games. PS3 is one of those. And among the PS3 games that I've checked out, there's been a lot of times where I've noticed that like games that got reviewed like really poorly at a time. Because
Okay.
like when you think about PS3, there's like these fucking titans of gaming happening on the PS3, like Uncharted and like Gears of War. They were all starting like this third person thing that everybody wanted to fucking copycat. I found that a lot of PS3 RPGs were like kind of trying to do some weird shit because they were like, well, what do we do now? Like we were on PS2 and we were doing that stuff, but like now that we're transitioning over to PS3, like what can we do with this thing? And I feel like there's a lot of games that try to do some weird shit and they got shit on for that. And I feel like it was like of a time that was specifically like catering to one need. And if a game didn't have the fucking piss filter and that just made everything look brown like Fallout and Gears of War, it was like
Resistance Fallen Man had the piss filter and it was a PS3 game.
It did. It really did. I fucking love that game too.
Oh, there's a sequel to this White Knight game. Fuck,
Yes.
I bet that did even worse, dude. That's hilarious.
Here's the thing: is it though? Is it? Because like I too am guilty of just going, "Oh, a game's coming out." IGN. Scroll to the bottom, look at the
That's-
number, and go, "Not
yeah.
buying that." That only got a 6.9, and like, what? Like, so many people
That's
just
true.
based their fucking purchases back then
True.
on IGN's fucking IGN, GameSpot, like all these guys. I'm guilty of it. I would do the same thing. I'd wait for the game to come out, go to IGN, read the review, not read the review, scroll to the bottom, see the number, and go, it's not a 9, and then move
Trash.
on.
That's not a 9.
Yeah.
I only
And
shoot for
I
10s.
I would love to actually check out this game now and kind of just take it for what it is. Because I've been fucking disappointed with current like the majority of current games, especially RPGs, that I'm so okay with something just being okay. Like
Right. I think you hit the nail on the head. with that.
Did you know that this game actually had an online component? It was called like GeoNet or something, and you can like create your own town. You can like
What?
like engage other people in like
See?
quests with like friends. Like it was they tried to do something with this game, and it obviously didn't pan out. But again, this was a game that I was really rooting for when I saw it in like the E3 presentation. Where like it's one of those games where the showcase of it was not the actual final product, right? Because like when you watched it, you were like, "Holy shit, this
You
is
got
next gen."
swindled.
We got swindled like crazy, dude. Like bamboozled, if anything, because like you would watch it and it would like transition over from like a cutscene right into battle, and that was like a big thing back then, right? But
Yeah.
that doesn't look like that's the case when you're actually playing the final product. But I remember that vividly watching the E3 presentation. I'm like, holy shit, you're like transitioning over through like a battle into like cutscene or something like that, and it was like the biggest shit for me. But that doesn't seem to be the case now.
Man, and I thought that level 5 just did not fail. Like all the Professor Laytons, Yokai Watch, even Little Balor's
Right.
Experience. Shout out to that fucking game that nobody played, but I did. All these awesome games, even like Dark Cloud.
Yeah, Dark
Fuck
Cloud.
Dark Cloud 2, dude. Oh my god.
Volley that ball over
Yep.
my way just for 1 second. I'll volley it
Okay.
back to you.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Level 5 made a game on the PS2 called Rogue Galaxy, and let me tell you how fucking good this game is.
I heard good things about that
Dude.
game. That was a good game, yeah.
Those
Back
characters
in
are
the
so
day-
fucking cool.
So it's no secret of that I am obsessed with Secret of Mana, and for a long time I looked for games. Like I spent so much time, like over years, just like once a quarter, just like typing into search engines, being like games that are like Secret of Mana, and this game came up a whole lot. And when I
Yeah,
finally sat down to play it and play through it, it kind of was like what I wanted from a Secret of Mana game to be in like 3D like that. Because you have like a party where you have your main character and two other characters. You can swap between them whenever you want. And like there's like equipable armor and stuff. Like it was so fucking good. And I never hear people talk about this game.
Yeah.
Like ever.
It's a shame.
And it was so good.
Space Pirates, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Basically.
each character had their own unique melee and ranged weapon. Like the main character,
Yeah.
Jasper,
gun.
he had just like a pistol and a sword. That fucking dog dude had a machine gun arm and like an axe. That's pretty fucking tight.
Super good.
Now, let me ask you a question here about Rogue Galaxy. Did it have the piss filter on it?
The what?
The piss
The what?
filter. Was the piss filter on this game?
No.
No piss filter?
Very
Okay.
Zero
colorful, very
piss.
vibrant.
Okay.
Yep, very vibrant. It's almost like cell shaded and like cartoony looking.
Okay.
Which, by the way, fun fact, I find going back to anything like GameCube, PS2 era, anything cell shaded still fucking looks good to this day.
Oh my
Fuck
god,
it
yeah.
does, dude.
I believe it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Play any
Wind
GameCube
Waker,
game.
dude. Wind Waker is like, I'll fight a motherfucker on this, but Wind Waker is the best looking Zelda game.
It's awesome, man.
It's
I'm not
ageless.
mad at that. Yeah.
It's actually ageless.
It really is. Like you go, like, dude, I'd rather throw on, or I mean, not rather, but like I could still throw on the GameCube version of Wind Waker and play it in 4:3 fucking aspect ratio, and I'm still like, this looks incredible. Like this.
Where's
looks,
our fucking remake or a remaster for that game, dude?
Honestly,
like I'm waiting on
man.
a Switch version.
Fucking
Yeah.
honestly. What's
that
taking them,
and-
dude?
That and the Twilight Princess one.
Yeah, but
Yep.
like you can just download it on Cemu if you want. I don't know if it exists anymore, but you can get it and it works fine. I was playing on my Steam Deck,
And that's why I say
Allegedly.
hack those Wii U's.
It's a bitch, but it's worth it to get them modded
Yeah.
and shit, man.
Yep.
But whose turn is it, by the way?
I'll pass the ball back to Kelvin. Sorry, I stole that just to talk about. Level
No, you're
5.
good. Real quick, I want to go back to you, actually. You mentioned Secrets of Mana. You played Vision of Mana, the demo, correct?
I did.
What did you think?
What'd you think?
I was pretty fucking impressed. I
Really?
talked to a friend of mine who immediately was like, I am not impressed by this in the slightest. And I was like, I don't know, dude. It might be just because I'm fucking really high right now, but like I'm really liking this a lot because I seen a lot of parallels to like the older games. The one thing I will say that I immediately did, as soon as I heard words coming and flopping out of their fucking mouths in English, I was like,
Japanese.
this is
Yeah.
not going to work. And I did the same thing that I did with Trials of Mana Remake. I turned those motherfuckers into Japanese motherfuckers real quick.
Thank God, dude. You can only hear talking like this for so long. God, I hate that.
Oh
fucking
my God.
bitch.
Why did they do that to that character? Like,
I know,
she
dude.
talks like that in the game. Like they make like the little fucking little
The
nuances in
oohs
the
and
text.
shit, yeah.
But like, you don't have to fucking do
This
it.
is not gonna work. This is not gonna work for us, baby girl. We're gonna shut you up and we're gonna
Yeah.
change. We're gonna change.
Baby
We're going to put
girl.
duct tape over your mouth and you're going to learn Japanese right now.
Hold still, Megan the Stallion. You're learning Japanese.
Now, quick question since we're on this subject. Me and Kevin were actually having a discussion about this. When you watch anime, are you sub people or are you dub people?
Subs.
Depends on the anime.
I'm
Okay.
dubby. I'm a dubby.
So when I watched Neon Genesis Evangelion, I watched the majority of that in
Oh.
English.
Yeah, same.
And the same thing with Dragon Ball Z.
You
I
have
have
to
a
watch
soft
English.
I have
Yeah,
a soft
Dragon Ball
spot
Z,
for
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z in English because I grew up watching that shit after school.
Toonami.
Like
Plus,
Yep.
it's so
Well,
good. It's
in
not
Canada,
even
we
like-
had YTV, so it used to come on. It was like Saturdays at 3 or every day at 3 on YTV. Like it was like a whole thing. It's ingrained in my brain. It's fucking rent free.
What?
But like hearing like Christopher Sabat and like Sean
the birds of
Sh-
all
Schemmel?
sands.
like those guys as like the English voice actors, I don't know, like it's just there's something about it. Like I can't go back now after
Yeah,
hearing
yeah.
that for so many years. But
For
like
sure.
I mean, stuff like One Punch Man, I don't even think there's a I don't think there's a dub of One Punch Man, so
I
I've
don't think
only seen
so.
that in Japanese. I prefer Attack on Titan in Japanese.
Yes.
Ooh,
Mm.
Jujutsu
It's pretty good in
Kaisen
Japanese.
in the
Yes,
English dub.
also-
Jujutsu Kaisen is actually pretty good.
Is it good in
Yes.
English dub? Okay,
It
I'll
is
check
very
it out
good in English dub. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a Netflix exclusive one, Dorohedoro. That's pretty good
Oh,
in English.
you guys
I mean,
watched Goblin Slayer? I've heard Goblin Slayer is insane.
I watched the first 3 episodes. It was
Yep.
pretty fucking
Goblins?
cool.
Yep. Don't watch it in front of kids. I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
that right now. Don't watch that anime.
Yep. I mean, I read Berserk on planes. So
It's that
Yep.
good shit,
Yeah.
man. It's that good
Yep,
dark
yep.
shit.
Hell
All right, video
Me next?
games. Who
yeah.
go for it? You got it. You have the floor.
Alley-oop it. Ready? All right. Who am I gonna?
You were asking me. Wait, hang on. We got
What?
sidetracked by anime, but you were asking me about Visions of Mana. What do you guys think about Visions of Mana?
I hated it.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm with Kel.
I couldn't do it. The demo. We
No
talked about
way.
it too on our episode, but like we feel like we just lost any type of. I don't know. Like it's one of those games where like it's not part of our age group or something. I don't know, right, Rob? Like it just doesn't feel like it's trying to.
I don't know if it's about age per se. I mean, it's more of like I'm not really looking for that in RPGs anymore. Like I've played this type of RPG before, and again, it could really be a lot because, like you said, it played like an older PS2 game. Not saying it played like an older PS2, but it felt like an older PS2 game in the best way possible, right? Like you felt right at home at this. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but me personally, I'm like I can't do this type of RPG, like the Tales games. I don't think you do them anymore. I was
going to say, because this game reminded me a lot of the way that Tales of Arise played.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
almost
exactly.
identical to Tales of Arise.
And we used to love Tales games before. Now it's like hard to get back into those games for whatever
That's
reason.
yeah.
They do have a pretty long like intro.
Did you guys
like,
play Trials of Mana, the remake?
No. Should probably
It's-
try that
it's
one first.
Pretty
Sure
pretty
did.
similar. It's really
Yeah.
good. And then too, like I would also even just go like honestly, the best. Sad to say this, but the best days are behind us, guys. Okay. I mean, the Super Nintendo Secret of Mana and then Second Densetsu 3, which eventually got translated into Trials of Mana, those games are really fucking good. Like,
Yep.
they're incredible. And it's never really captured that since then, but that Trials remake is pretty goddamn good. And I am more than like there was definitely things about the Visions of Mana demo that I was like, I don't know, but I'm willing to kind of give it a chance because I love Secret of Mana so much.
I also did not change it to Japanese immediately, so that's probably why I hated
That's
it so
also
much
a-
too. Because
yeah. The
every time the
second.
character spoke, I was like, no,
The second.
no.
Yeah, you gotta do Japanese.
Got nipped on the butt. Got nipped on the butt real quick.
All right. My next game is
Take
I
us
don't
on
know
a
which one to
drive.
pick. All right. So this game, I remember back in, I think this is another PS3 era game that came out. Some people actually consider this game like a hidden gem because it was one of those that also got kind of like overshadowed by all the other PS3 titles.
I know what it is.
It's called Folklore.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I've heard
That
of
was
that.
a cool game.
I was
And
not gonna think you're saying
That was actually one of my games that I played, and I'm like, this is actually really fucking cool. The story behind it is really cool too. It's kind of like a mystery of like one of the protagonists. It's a young girl. She's like seeking what happened to her deceased mom or something like that. Meanwhile, there's another protagonist who is like an investigator or like a journalist or something, and he's also trying to figure out what's happened, but they don't know each other. So eventually, like their worlds kind of like collide, and now they're trying to figure out the mystery of this person's death. So that's kind of cool in itself. But as far as the gameplay goes, I think it was really cool because it kind of reminds me of like Pokemon, sort of in a very limited way, where you absorb powers of these creatures. You like fight these creatures, you attack them, and then when they get to like, when they're like fainted or whatnot, you can capture them or like absorb their power, and you use the 6-axis controller to like shake it, and you like like take their power, you like absorb them, and
That's
then you can
fucking
utilize them afterwards, right? So you can set them up to put them into a prompt, so you can you can have a heavy attacker on triangle, or like a magic attacker as like your circle button, and you can kind of like mix and match. And I thought that was pretty cool. But the story elements are pretty cool. But on top of that, the art style and the atmosphere that it kind of gives you, it has like this like dark fantasy style to it, which is like really cool. It's like something I've not seen before, especially on the PS3 era. So that caught my attention. I think I played the demo, and I want to say I bought the game, but I don't recall. And I thought it was really fucking dope. But it had like a different, unique art style and different like RPG elements that I'm like, this is rad. But like no one talked about it.
Yeah, it was good. That was a
Good
fun
pick,
game.
Kelv.
Good fucking pick, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Just solid pick.
We tossing that ball to
Who went?
You went.
No,
I think
who else went?
I think it was Rob and then Kelvin. I think.
Yeah. Right? Now it's either Aaron or
All right,
Gerry.
Aaron.
So
Ooh, okay.
give us a good one.
Okay. I'm gonna go all the way to the Game Gear with Defenders of Oasis.
Jesus.
Holy fuck.
Ouch.
You in this game.
Dude, it's fun.
What's the game?
man.
What is it called?
Defenders of Oasis.
Okay. You defended Oasis. Got it.
Yeah, so it's just
The
it's just your... Yeah, dude, the band His Wonderwall. No, it's just like a kind of a plain Jane RPG, except it's in like it's set in what the fuck is that, like Arabian Nights kind of tone, or not tone, setting and like characters and shit like that. But you play as this prince. His kingdom gets overtaken by this evil empire, and so you're basically just going on this journey to gather up some homies, power yourself up, and then you go and take on the evil bad guy, like the Lord Agmar or some shit like that. And along the way, yeah, you have your main character. He's well-rounded, essentially. Then you get a genie who is your only magic user. Then what else is there? There's, I think his name is Salim. He's fast and quick, and he can attack like all enemies at once, but he doesn't do as much damage as other characters. And then you get like a thief guy later on, and he's he can hide and then do like a powerful attack after like a turn or two or something. And yeah, it just looks really, really cool for the Game Gear. It's got some really colorful graphics. Like it's got some cool cut scenes where everything's really detailed and almost anime like. The enemy sprites when you're in battle are really cool. It's like basically like Arabian Nights Dragon Quest almost. And it's just fun, man. I think it's really quick too. I'd probably have to pull it up on how long to beat to say for sure, but it's not very long at all. It's really cool, dude.
Nice.
This
Interesting.
game.
It does look
Hell
interesting.
yeah.
I love that we have a diverse cast of like games, right? Like you're kind of going like really old school. Rob and I are kind of like more on the like PS3, like 2010-ish era, So
Yeah, dude.
it's a good cast of games.
Oh, it's 10 hours. 10 hours for the main story, it looks like.
Nice.
Damn, you have to charge your Game Gear 800 times to beat it. Or put like a bajillion batteries in it.
Just get like the belts that you would have on like a heavy machine gun in like World War whatever times, and it's just like all batteries. It's just feeding into the Game Gear constantly. Bandolier, there we go.
There you go,
Bandolier
yep.
batteries.
The box art looks pretty dope too, though.
Yeah, that box art is fucking sweet, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's a fun game. I discovered it on back on the 3DS, like on the virtual console, and the 3DS had a bunch of Game Gear games, and I was just
Rest in
looking.
peace.
Yeah, dude, rest in peace. And it's really good shit on there. Tails Adventure, by the way, that's a really good one. But I found, this game, Tails Adventure, and I think some Sonic Racing game, and it's great.
Is the band named after the game?
Defenders of Oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to know. Is it really?
No. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the band came before. The band Oasis definitely came before the game.
So,
Did they?
Rob, I know what your next question is. Is the game based off of the band? And somehow.
Is there an Easter egg in
the
there?
British band, well known for their Arabian sound.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the band Oasis came out in 91. This game came out in 92. So,
So no.
yeah,
Okay.
You're Close.
The game is based off of Liam and Noel Gallagher.
Maybe the Oasis bros, the Bob Oasis himself. He was like, "Hey, there's this game coming out on the Game Gear in 1 year called Defenders of Oasis. It sounds bitchin'." I'm doing a terrible British accent, but they were
No, it's
like,
perfect.
"Yeah, let's
Nailed it.
be Oasis. Here's Wonderwall."
Nailed it.
Crikey.
Definitely not offending every single
That's
person
Australian.
in Great Britain right now.
All right, Gerry,
Yeah.
play us out.
Play us out. Do I get to do my last pick?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, play us out
Okay.
with your last
I was like,
pick.
we're
Then we'll do
leaving.
honorable
I didn't.
mentions.
So I can't get enough Super Nintendo in my life, so I usually kind of trickle back to it. I mentioned a game that was made by Enix on the Super Nintendo and on the episode that we did with Quest 64 Mike, because it was a game that was up for debate about the mechanics of the game and whether or not it would be considered an RPG, and that's Evo, the Search for Eden. So this game that I'm talking about now, though, is not that game. But what I kind of wanted to shed a light on is the fact that Enix was making some kind of like different kinds of RPGs on the Super Nintendo. They did the The Illusion of Gaia, which was fantastic. It was kind of like a top-down action RPG, very similar to like a Zelda type thing. They also did the follow-up to that, which was Terra Nigma, same type of thing. Also kind of an obscure game, but still not as obscure as I want it to be. No. I'm talking about Robotrek.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Robotrek is such a cool fucking game. It has an amazing art style, super colorful, really unique kind of system. In a way, it's kind of like custom Robo in a weird way. Like,
whoa,
you get to
Robot.
build your robot, and like you make your robot the way that you want, and it's like all about customizing this robot, and it's just so fun. And like it's a lighthearted, easy to play game. It's not like gonna break your mind. You're not gonna get into some crazy fucking drama or romance or nothing like this. It's just a fun fucking game that nobody
I love the
fucking
little
knows
guy.
about.
The main character.
It's just got a look, like,
Yeah, it has a look.
and it's just so much fun. And I've gotten probably like halfway through it, but I've never fully finished it. And I always kind of want to go back to this one. This is one that I definitely want to cross off my bucket list at some point soon. And I don't think it's that long of a game.
The art's giving me like Dragon Ball Z vibes.
Oh, it's
Legacy of Goku?
It's 23 hours.
Oh,
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
It's about the length of like Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is also not a long game. But
God damn it.
What I
That's
will
good.
say in closing for all my shit and the obscurity ranging from one end to the other in my picks, not all these games are going to top like a Chrono Trigger or any of that stuff.
Right.
But the thing that I always love about an obscure RPG, they stand out more to me over time. I will remember the weird shit over like what the fuck happened in the third act of Chrono Trigger, like the intricacies of what happened there. But I'll remember like, oh yeah, Shadow Hearts has that fucking weird dial that you like do timed hits on. Like I'll remember that. But if you're like,
right,
like yeah, like it's just something about that stuff that sticks out to me, and I find that infinitely more interesting than most RPGs that are really good RPGs, but kind of run of the mill.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I agree with that 100%. Like, I think of all of these weird titles that I've played over the years, and I'm like, you made like a core memory playing those titles. Like those, there's always with you because like, a lot of people didn't play them, so you couldn't really talk about them with like everyone else because they're like, I didn't play it because it wasn't mainstream. So it's just like, it's like a secret to yourself. Like, I remember I played this part and it was like really, really weird and kooky, but like no one else knows.
Well, dude, that's like back in the day playing Suikoden. Nobody knew what that fucking game was. I'd be like, dude, have you heard of this fucking game? They were like, how do you even say that? And I'm like,
Suikoden?
Yeah, like, I was like, dude, you gotta play this fucking game. That looks so
Suikoden.
because like number one, it was impossible to even fucking pronounce the goddamn name when we were kids. Number
Right.
two, the box art looked like hot dog shit.
So
So
what's
like, yeah, like people were like, "What the fuck is this game?" Like, no, I'm not gonna play this. When there's like Final Fantasy VII, okay, like that's the thing. Of course, everybody remembers fucking Aerith dying in Final Fantasy VII, but I also remember recruiting fucking 60 something people and building a goddamn castle to myself and being like the fucking man of the castle, and then going and fighting some fucking
King of the
dragon.
castle,
Get
king
my
of the
ass
castle.
kicked. King of the castle.
Go
Going
do
and fighting
this.
some fucking dragon in a cave. Get my ass kicked. Me like, you know what I really need? I need that cook. I need that fucking that cobalt guy, and I need this other fucking dude. Fuck all these guys that are in my party, and like just cycling through party members. That's
Yeah,
what
dude.
sticks in my head.
That's good, man. That is good.
Preach.
Should we lightning round these honorable mentions?
Yes.
Do it.
CCC.
All right. All right, Rob, what you got?
All right, real quick. I'm gonna go Drakengard, the original one.
God damn it! Yeah. Nice.
Enchanted Arms. Bait and Kados. Lost Kingdom
Oh.
and Chaos Legion. That is
Fucking
my.
love Lost
Chaos
Kingdom. Holy
Legion.
shit!
Those are
Dope.
so many of them. Like I said, there's so many that like weird,
Yeah.
obscure games, and it's just like it's impossible to like do it in under fucking whatever time we got. I guess I'll pick Kelvin. Your other obscures.
I have just one good one for me, and it's Xenosaga.
Fuck yeah!
Love
Always
that
wanted
game.
to play those.
It's so good. It's so good. But that's my
Saga.
Hell yeah.
Gerry, what you got?
Bug Fables.
Bug Fables.
That's a good fucking.
Have you
game,
never
dude.
heard of it?
The fuck
it
is
up.
Bug Fables?
You like
dude.
Paper Mario?
Yeah.
Do you like
Look
bugs?
This shit up.
No.
Then don't touch this.
Oh
fucking
shit!
game.
This is kind of yeah.
That's
You're
dope
right.
as shit,
That
dude.
looks actually kind of cool. Oh, this
Put
looks
it on
sick.
Your put it on your wish list right now. The writing is hilarious, and it is Mario RPG or
And the
Paper Mario.
The
It's
characters
Paper
are
Mario.
really fucking cool, dude.
They look
Yes.
cool, dude.
Dude, the green beetle looking ass motherfucker. He looks dope as shit.
Dude,
He's
I'm telling
awesome.
you right now, this game flew under the radar for so many people, and it deserves a lot more credit than it gets.
Bro, I'm gonna have to write these games down. Man.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Okay.
Especially Bug Fables, dude. That game is so fucking cool.
Yep. Super cool.
All right. Here's what I got. So I got Shining the Holy Ark. I got Nostalgia, which is the name of a game on DS, and Valkyrie
What?
Profile Covenant of the Plume.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The Valkyrie Chronicle games, I never could. I know there's a lot of them, and they're good. I
think there's only
around.
3. There's
There's
just
3.
Valkyrie Profile 2, which I think was on PS2, and then Covenant of the Plume on DS. I think. Anyway, maybe I'm probably wrong.
Actually, I have 2 more honorable mentions because I
Go.
didn't write all my shit down, but there was a couple other ones. Have you guys played Vagrant Story?
I've heard of it. Never played it,
No.
but I've heard of it.
Oh, on the
I-
PS1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
had
a
like
cool
a
one.
targeting system, almost like Fallout 3's like VATS thing, where like you
Yeah.
target like different body parts, and it gave you like a percentage of like how much of a chance you had to hit that and like destroy that body part. Very fucking cool game, and it's also like some weird like spin-off of like Romeo and Juliet or something.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking
Love a
it's
good
a
love
wild
story.
ride. Also,
Yeah, dude.
Galarians is also a really weird.
Is that an RPG?
We can consult with Quest 64 Mike on this, but it's somewhat of an RPG.
Love
It's
that.
like a survival horror action RPG kind of thing, almost like the way that Parasite Eve 2 was kind of like a Resident Evil RPG.
Okay. That is it. All right, listeners. That's all
Take
of
us
our
away.
cool, obscure JRPGs. Yes, that's it for our episode today. Thank you once more to Rob and Kelvin for coming on. Holy shit, this was a blast. Thank you for your
Yeah,
awesome
man.
picks.
Yo, I
Thank you
have
guys for
so
having
many
us.
games I have to play.
This was-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
and that's that. We have like a shit ton of games to play. That Bug Fables ones. I'm looking at it now.
I know,
I'm
yeah.
definitely getting this.
That's the
This
one.
one is like right up my alley. So
Hell
That's
yeah.
an awesome one, man. yeah, listeners, once more, go find Gaming Duo wherever you found us. You can find them too. Support the show on Patreon, $2-4 a month. The rating / review, whatever app you listen to us on. Everybody, say bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Okay, bye.